so many times before, but I can't resist showing this again, because after the rain, heavy rains, the nature and wildflowers, come on here, Rico, come on here, recovered in such an amazing way. Wow. Now I have to. So many butterflies and flowers everywhere again. I mean, just the green also so juicy. And here they haven't mowed yet. Bleib hier, Rico. And it's something I'm going to be able to look at also when it's autumn, winter and all the rest of it. Ja, wir müssen ein bisschen warten, Rico. Ja? There's such a song in here. Ja, Rico. Do this one now? It's warm again, but at least more or less clear. Good Sunday morning. Nicht essen. No eating, ne? Okay, dogs off leash. Bleib hier. Noch einmal? Nicole? Nicole? Komm. Einmal. Hopp. Ja, sehr schön. Jetzt kannst du gucken, ne? Sehr gut. Und? Nico? Komm hopp. Na komm. Ja, super. Oh, super. Super, mein Bärchen. Ja, super gemacht. Hast du sehr super gemacht. Ganz super. Kannst du gucken, ne? Ja? Komm, wir wandern. Okay. Ja, super gemacht. Na komm. So now, just now, as is often the case with shared spaces, to reach this pedestrian little section of a rose garden park. All the roses already. Hey, he just kicked me. Wanted to dig, scratch and kick me. It enters through little gates, swing gates, but it's obviously not made for bicycle riders. So a passage is something I navigate around if anyone's coming our way, because it's a point of stress. Now this bicycle, the woman comes behind us. He's already signaling, hey, stay away. I keep him short on this extra piece of collar that's left there, so he doesn't develop any running momentum. And the woman, thinking as if that might help, it's only me. But she's, well, it's her, yeah, but it's no one familiar. Plus, it doesn't matter, it's the bicycle, it's the passage. Here, it's like a little gate like this in front. And so, I'm so glad I threw away politeness and I just said, wait and allow space. Because it was already difficult enough to keep him in check. Because they just keep coming and don't allow any space, don't react to any warnings. So just have to drop the curtain and say, the hammer, and say, stop, space, wait. Ja, wir gehen gleich. Okay. Na komm. Na komm. Oh, looks a bit green. Okay, komm, wir gehen in die Sonne. Doesn't look so good, huh? Hope you're not gonna get a poop patient. Come on, get Lily. Good. Okay, it's just... Na komm in die Sonne. Fertig. Aha. So it seems to be the ground and not the water. Aha. Na komm, wir wandern, ja? Komm, hopp. Huh? Okay. Komm. It's good to see everything so refreshed and breathing after the rain of the plants. With some more wild arugula. Not all these people everywhere, because it's a Sunday. Wild arugula that used to go in my smoothies when I used to drink the whole park. Komm, wir wandern ein bisschen, ja? Oder willst du nochmal ins Wasser? Nochmal ins Wasser? Ja? Na komm, wir gehen zum Wasser. I just let him come out because I thought there were people coming. Na komm. Okay, zum Hop. Aha. Doesn't want, then we can walk. Na komm. It's the lameness of warmness. Oh, cornflowers. Hidden treasures in the middle of chaos. Come on. So we're walking a bit, enjoying the calmness while it lasts. Come. Yeah. Maybe sitting down for a bit here in the grass that seems a bit recovered. Komm. Wir sitzen. Komm, wir sitzen. Komm. Setz dich. Komm. This is the thing, I always have to be ready to jump. Some creepy creeps are creeping around. You never know which way they're going to turn. Even if they look harmless initially, they may just feel drawn to you relaxing here. And then everything is over. You see, he's not relaxing either. I think we rather move along. Ja, wir wandern, Rico, wir wandern. So sometimes, come. There's some yucky water there, but it's not good now. Sometimes the fountain is on. Look here, Rico, then he can drink from it. Come. So sometimes everything happens at once. Actually, usually it does. We were it's a Sunday morning, so it's actually calm. At a crossing, a pedestrian crossing actually, just connecting parks. This guy in front, I don't know, one cannot probably see him anymore, with a rough-haired dachshund, who's walking behind us. And whenever I changed the sides, he did exactly the same. That already creates an energetic line that makes my dog and myself watch out, like it's just, if you feel stuff like that, it's just an irritation, like something is gluing in your back somehow. Same at the checkout queues in the supermarket. You feel it, huh? Some of us do. Just a small interruption. Look how all these trees, chestnuts, They were tall, as you can see by the circumference, and now they cut them down, but now nature is stronger and they all bring out new baby leaves again, so there'll be some weird shrubs. Calm, Michael, calm. Calm. So this, I just want to point out how I sometimes have to at best lift upwards to escape some situations, but I'm always surprised how everything happens at once. So this guy with a dachshund, rough-haired dachshund. Nee, we're not going across. We're going here. We're going here. Go here. Not that he would listen to any here or anything, but what do you hear? Another one of those chestnut recovery trees from a small stump. I don't want us to have any old trees, it seems. Body language guidance. So. The other thing was some non-inlandish guy was doing some exercises, and sometimes instead of just walking the sidewalk, they start kicking and boxing in all directions while walking. That obviously alarms my dog, because it's a potential aggression release. Obviously, one can sense that. So that's stacked. Okay, he wants to escape the bees. Understandable. And then, then another dog that he was friendly with, so he doesn't respond to the scent arising in the area. I could navigate across, left, turned sides again, like changed sidewalk sides again. Directly behind me were standing two women, some party leftovers. Suddenly stopped directly behind us and had to check the hairstyle in the window pane and the mirror of the car. I don't know how this can happen. So I was surrounded by craziness in a calm Sunday morning when nothing is going on. So the solution was, I let the dachshund man, the initial one I mentioned, get ahead on the opposite side, and then went across again, so we were behind him. That takes out the pressure for my dog. He is no longer feeling the threat of being followed. Now he's sniffing the scent and can follow, and he can see in front of him what's going on, like that other dog. So that solved the pressure and pulled the plug, and the rest also dissolved. Just gonna switch off here because there's too many number plates. While he's safe and busy, I want to point out a few things that you might experience also if you have a sensitive, territorial, protective dog, or a very original dog, like a street dog, where the instincts have not been bred into mildness and compatible. Just don't have to be dug into something. So we encountered now we can release some pressure here. That's good. I'm not gonna animate him into more activity, because we just navigated away from some challenging situations and enemy dogs that he doesn't like, especially those grey-silver Labradors, but actually all Labradors. But those actually really, especially uncastrated males. Actually, the list would be shorter if I list who does it get along with, but it's actually all natural type of dogs, street dogs, and with a natural sense for space and indirect body language, not this direct rushing. So what I actually wanted to point out was more of people. Yeah, he's waiting for me to give him a digging impulse, but I don't want him to go all crazy. Martin. Step on the wrong sinew. Okay. So basically what seems like all different situations is all the same core, like a woman in a dress that's blowing in the wind. What does that have to do with anything? Well, it makes her bigger. Looking from a dog's perspective, no? Or open trench coats blowing in the wind. Suddenly the person is 3 times the width. So, and if dogs make themselves bigger with their hair standing up, or a cat making a hunchback and turning sideways, it's to present a bigger surface than they actually are, to intimidate the other one. So that of course triggers alertness, at least alertness. If you think of the way I'm always watching the swallows fly through some kind of aerodynamic corridors, and if you imagine the same energy lines, especially when dogs are reading them, to be true also for our ground movement, then an interference with that is also something that makes them alert. Like people crossing your way is crossing your energy line, basically. If you think of it, like he already projected where he wanted to go, so the line stands already. And if now someone's crossing it, it's like there's a railway train crossing the trail without waiting for the traffic light to turn green or something like that. So if people are crisscrossing your line, and then of course if they are not conscious, or their consciousness divided, if they are looking in their phone, they are not present, they're not there. Just taking him shorter because there might be a bicycle rushing past just now. Okay, so, or if they are, of course, if they are space invading, if they are too close. So why is all of that similar? Oh, and if someone that happened with a wide blowing dress woman, I checked before crossing a pathway, right, left. She was on my right but went away from us, and I checked on the left where I had to look out for a bicycle and a dog, another dog. The moment I turned around to check again before walking, the woman in the blowing dress, maybe she had eaten too many beans, she turned 180 and suddenly came towards us. And he alarmed, of course, to say the least. If he had now gotten hold of a piece of a dress to pull and she would stand naked in the wind, it would have been our problem. No one would have been interested to know how it all came about, or to understand even our perspective. That's why it's so tricky. So to finish this line of thought off, before something interferes again and the camera flies in the air, because there's a dog arriving, which he can smell before he sees it. And so I want to quickly finish this. So doesn't look like I want to finish, huh? Here I go. See how he's already checking everything. Checking the wind. So what all of these have in common, they have divided attention. They're not fully present by crisscrossing, by first turning away, then coming back. Especially bad are tourists looking up in the air with their camera, making photos, and then walking backwards, like in the supermarket when people walk backwards, closing the aisle, but you were walking behind them to pass, and then tell, hey, don't walk backwards. And I think, he like that, huh? He likes interrupted energies in a positive way, in a funny way. Okay. So you see, as soon as we settle here and don't move spaces, he gets protective of his property. Okay, so this divided attention, going back, going forth, it's like lingering wolf going to approach a sheep flock, or anything of property that, for that matter. This lingering, kind of, and going backwards, looking in the phone, looking up, going backwards, walking this way, walking back. To him, as a strategist that has an inbuilt navigational system, that's also a sign of not total intactness, not total integrity. He can't respect them because they show clearly they don't know what they want in his view. So he can only, if you can't respect them, he can only be alert and then check what are they going to do next. They can't be calculated, what are they going to do next? Do I have to watch? Are they going to turn? Are they going to rush into us? Are they gonna? So that's why clearly walking people, he has no issues with it. I can walk closely past them because they're in their energy line. But all this lingering, divided attention, going backwards, going up, walking in the phone, turning 180, changing their mind, that's poison for, hey, don't eat that. No, there's a wasp challenging his digging hole, but I don't want him to eat flying tigers. Okay, so that basically sums it up. It's a lack of integrity in his perception, which is why they make him suspicious and alert, because they are signaling split attention, indecisiveness, and incalculability. Okay, dog arriving. So as I'm as I'm sitting here on my balcony cockpit after our walk, I have to say, while this looks interesting, it certainly doesn't look natural, huh? What do you think? Over there maybe, but here? The swallows are higher up today. See those V-shaped flat formations there? Of geese, let's say. Ah, nice. No?